Good morning and welcome to Obidati Family Television. I say make I use English start today because sometimes let's say we go chop this pigeon finish. Some people they ask where we follow from the come. But yes, you know, say why we dey talk like this. If you tell us we do English, we go do English. You tell us we do pidgin, we say we go do pidgin. But the major thing we dey talk be say make we fit pass this message where maybe other people for inside streets fit understand the lingua, understand what we dey talk for here. All of us don't see as things they carry go for everything we say we dey talk. For people who say they follow us well, we dey see our subscribers they enter well for inside this our channel. We want first say do thank you now, una do well. My name na comes to you. But before we start gidigba for today, I want to even remind una say for all of una will be they follow us. So don't say we don't compile results finish and result we say we compile. Now waiting we say INEC upload for IREV for Rivers State. Now the one we fit see because again many police we say never upload though. Over 1,000 police never upload for Rivers. But we say the ones we don't upload, we don't use our hand. Calculate and that's what we see because again some people say they do jaga. Again one we say they go upload people face for inside. Again one we say they upload just empty paper for inside. But when we say we see, we calculate all those one. And waiting we get for there for people who say they follow us. Una gonna say waiting we get for inside River State. Now 215,000 from the few police we say we don't calculate to because again ones we say they never upload and the ones we say they upload but now rubbish they upload for there. 215,000. Now we say they upload for there. Now we say we calculate to against 175,000. We say INEC open maths declare give Nigerians so if you say they will be a blah. They give all of us in 175. When all of us know waiting we vote for inside River State. After that one, I see one can still know say everything we calculate that day we still look and say Agbado Master APC. They not get reach 25% too from the way we say we dey look at because like I said the government will never check, we never touch light because they never upload that and we dey wait we see the talk and say today na 27th of March election happen 25th of February. They tell us say they go upload in real time. That is to say as e dey vote e dey show, as e dey play e dey show. But this one we say we don't play ball finish forget say we play ball scores never show. Now we dey tell INEC say abeg o we dey beg una now make una no carry do o no be everybody dey flex muscle o we dey beg una we dey put hand up o we dey say INEC o Yakubu o make una come out to talk tell us the reason why we say reach now una never upload results una run people finish tell people say make dem shut up no be so na e no go better like that. Before we say I don go vibrate forget say matter we come here for today na to talk better matter ogbonge matter na we come talk today. The matter we come talk today e go sweet una for body e go sweet una e go dey shock una for body e go dey do una do for body. You see that time we say they shoot gun for action film na so we carry come today. Na action film wey we come act here today and that action film e go sweet una better. We get many sweet gist wey be say we carry come. Na gist wey be say many of una for don hear before but e get some people wey be say never still hear the gist and even if you don hear the gist e get the part wey you never hear na we don carry come again say this gist e go sweet well today. Today we get David Hundeyin. He dey here with us. We still get our own very friend and brother wey dey come from time to time, Dr. Ethel. Now both of them wey be say they don come today they wan follow us chook mouth for inside that matter. The matter wey concern Agbado Master and all those contra wey they carry. Make I do for talk about say no be because I don't know the one wey be say but na contra we say no suppose carry him come go carry the cash am. They tell us say they go arrest am, they comot money give them, he run. Now him say a person wey say he don get case wey don be like Pablo Escobar for inside world eye. Now he wan come drag presidency. Matter too much to talk. If I start the talk now, go vibrate SS. So I beg, no be only me they do this show alone. I still get the sweet joy and Mr. Shidi. We follow me, send that for inside studio. Make we follow together. They talk this matter well. Joy, how you doing now?
Adefan Mukamsi. My people, na good morning. Una not forget say the program na Hope Alive and on top Obidati Family TV. We dey give una this legit update. And as Kamsi don talk and say we get many story, many gist for una not be yeye tori. This story and gist go tickle na ear. E go do una well because the truth is big and na the truth we don bring come outside so we can't give una. Many things dey happen. We see the petition where Peter Obi bring come outside when e dey shake everywhere. Some people don't they go hospital, some people don't they sick, some people want to see they go bribe again, and we see they see another issue when it concern Bola, Ahmed, Tinubu. That one we see bring and come today, can't discuss them. We can't see discuss the petition matter, and we can't go see torchlight enter another local government torchlight, and more we see IRF take different from wetin INEC talk with their mouth. INEC declare something, but wetin they post for their IRF view reporter, it different from wetin they post. Everything that we go carry record give na today, and as Kansi don't talk and say no be only us there, and Mr. Shidi Sifo us there. Make I pass mine, give and make I not chop all the onions in my mouth.
Obedient family, I greet all of on a good morning. As when I don't enter today, will be Monday, 27th day of March, 2023. Wetin we carry come my people don't talk but the game one will be say I need make una pay attention to. If una look well inside that very petition where Peter Obi come file, go enter court. If una check a different paragraph where we don't show before, una go see say he get allegations where we say the INEC president-elect say he get case to answer. Na allegation he be. They never prove her. So, but today, person when they join us for inside this very discussion, now person will be say in get the information and the documents will be say all that thing where Peter Obi file say na true na it be. So I tell and say I don't see a way be saying don't talk for Arise TV, but then they speak big grammar. We will not go school too much. So we know if you hear all that big grammar where they speak. So I tell and say when I go fit speak this thing for this our language, make our people for understand waiting in the talk because all of them na grammar. So in come talk say, oh, you go sweet in body, say in go join us today, say in go talk the thing as the thing take be. And for here, for Hope Alive, now to say make we forgive on our hope, say hope day. As they don't find this petition, the information where they come out from here, no be saying that we they bring this allegation, no. Now the thing will be saying don't they there. Even last year, as people they talk plenty, they talk for channels television, no, then talk for Arise television, no. So not be bad thing say we won't talk but we won't tell on I say hope day because as he there for the petition, he dey everywhere for internet. So no be from our mouth the first come out. Our own now make we bring on the people wey be say dem get the details. The person wey dey join us to talk this thing now wetin the grammar people they call investigative journalists. So he don't do investigation and he won't share with us today wetin that very investigation don't reveal on the INEC president-elect. An allegation as I talked before. Now so they take talk so we will just bring them for now. Make una for take una ear listen. Make una for judge as the thing take be. So and we also have with us on Zoom where on Asabi, the man will be saying they join us almost every day, they analyze, they dissect the whole issue. Now Dr. Ethel, both of them they make we chook matter for inside this certificate forgery where they don't talk since before, and also that very drug case where they talk say the INEC president-elect say he get even before he join this thing. So David Hundeyin, welcome to the show. This will be Obidati Family TV.
Thank you.
Okay, now last what I want to start with last time when we say you and Festus Keyamo, they talk about eligibility for the presidential candidate of APC. And the view we say for the section 137 of the 1999 Constitution, and the facts where they inside that matter, What will be your interest inside? Now, I want first make we start with, because that section 137 of the 1990 Constitution, now the starting of this very matter. Make I start with that very one, because we want make we touchlight that very drug case where would they talk, make you give us what your investigation don't show. But make you first tell us what in that very Constitution talk for section 137.
Okay, so it go help the audience if you actually read that section 137 waiting talk, because I don't get them for hand like this. So it go make sense if you first read them, and then I go comment on top of.
Okay, that very section 137 of 99 Constitution, I know get them, but I know say them go send and come meet me. But make you start first before them bring and come. We'll go back to that place. Make you give us that very drug case. Make you tell us how to take up.
Make I just quickly point them out for people. Of course, go waste time for the feed display them. But 137 talks say a person. I beg you, make I read that for you. A person, or make a twist that small. A person no fit qualified for election for the office of the president, subject to the provision of section 28 of the Constitution. He has voluntarily acquired the citizenship, if rather he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a country other than Nigeria, or except in such cases as may be prescribed by the National Assembly. He has made a declaration of allegiance to such other country, or has been elected to such office at any two previous elections. Under the law in any part of Nigeria, he is adjudged to be a lunatic or otherwise declared of an unsound mind.
I think waiting in place, the talk say, person to qualify, say, in one contest for president, he no suppose get criminal matter. So make you choke mouth, go there for us.
So the bone or the meat of the matter, we say, as you talk, person will get criminal history, no suppose run for president. Whether na for legal talk, they talk maybe na for the sake of just general morality, they talk person will get criminal history, especially some kind serious criminal history, no suppose they qualified to run for president. But now waiting we see this. So last year, that July last year, now my interest in this story come big, because I don't hear him for years since I be small picking. Actually, I don't hear him say this man don't get some kind of involvement in some kind of drug case before, but not just talk, not just gist. I did hear that time, and you know, say for Nigeria, you get plenty of things. Maybe gist, maybe say no be true talk, not just gist. You go just hear him. You go hear all these India beats Nigeria 99-1. Those kind of stories you go hear for your childhood. You just think in a gist. So, but what didn't really pique my interest last year, they say I can't come across the actual court documents, the legal records, and the thing, because the thing they say for the kind of journalism where they do, I know they publish any kind of story where we say the source now, them say he said, she said. I know they publish that kind of story. The only story where they publish na story where I get receipt, where I get evidence. And even when I report the story, I no go just tell you, say, now waiting the evidence, talk with this, I go show you the evidence, I go paste them inside the story, go use your own eyes here. So as I can't get access to this court records, and waiting they write on top of it, no difficult to read at all. Now very simple, very clear cut thing. And say this man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say in get several bank accounts, maybe say for 1992, during one drug investigation, maybe say they arrest one drug kingpin, where he named Lee Andrew Edwards. So as they arrest him, they jail him for life, because during the arrest, in shoot at federal officers, so they jail him for life. Now, as then they investigate the rest of that in drug network, I can't see say the financial part of that in network, say in they connected to these bank accounts, where the person will get them a name na Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And nobody just say the bank, the money from the drugs now inside those bank accounts today. Even the address where you use register those bank accounts, the address where you use open the bank accounts, that address now the same address where we say they not investigate that house, and that house now in the drug ring they use as drop-off points for heroin shipment, right? And as they use that address register in bank accounts, in wife also use that same address, register another joint bank account with the wife of another one of that drug ring, where he named Moise Akonde. So as the investigating agents, where he named Kevin Moss for the US Internal Revenue Service, IRS, as he writes in the sworn statement on the court records, based on the investigation, he concludes, say, the money where they inside that account now the proceeds of narcotics trafficking. What does that mean for Pidgin? We say the money where they inside that account now the money where they make from selling drug, from selling heroin, right? So then gets federal order from the court or the Northern District of Illinois District Courts, the Eastern District of Illinois Northern Division District Courts, and the court's order say, may all these banks, so First Heritage Bank, Citibank, we then freeze these accounts and all the money where they inside them. The total money be $1.8 million. Now, this man, Tinubu, he done for one interview for 2016. He talk say, because they asked him for the interview, say how he take making first big money. He talk say after he finished university, say he go Chicago State University, he finished 1979. And after he finish, he get work for Deloitte, will be accounting firm. And at least everybody know Deloitte. Say as in they work for that Deloitte, say about 3-4 years into the job at Deloitte, say the accountant, say they come post them to one company where they call National Oil. National Oil don't change name now. The new name now Saudi Aramco. Now the Saudi, now basically NNPC of Saudi Arabia. So the Saudi Arabians, them their own NNPC. They call them Saudi Aramco. Say as they post them to Saudi Aramco for one single engagement, say the total bonuses and salary we then pay them, where you save for your accounts now $1.8 million. Say now where you making first big money with that. Say now salary and bonus payments for accounting firm. For person will be saying that just 5 years into his career, in the say 5 years into his career as junior accountant, say they pay him $1.8 million. No be naira, dollars. So according to these court records, it can't show say that $1.8 million, no be any Deloitte pay him, no be any Saudi Aramco. The money na drug money. So the court freeze them. So between that 1992 and 1993, and they go back and forth because in the Nigeria at that time, he done they run for Senate for Lagos West. That time, he actually succeed. He actually becomes senator for Lagos West before that June 12 election with them and now. So as in they argue back and forth, in lawyers they argue. He argue say the money where they inside those accounts say 9 family members get up, say 9 wife. And nine foster mother and his supposed uncle, K.O. Tinubu, saying that those people get the money. So after, as the courts can see, say this, first of all, this person not even the America. So they no fear arrest them, they no fear hold them in the Nigeria. And then just they fight back and forth, the money they inside the account frozen. So they can apply the law where we say if the money in their accounts, say if you prove, say now proceeds of drug trafficking, say now drug money they inside the accounts, if he sees up to $500,000 of that money automatically, like the states get the power to seize up to a limit of $500,000 of that money automatically. So the states can in 1993 can issue order say he go forfeit $460,000 of that $1.8 million would be inside the account. And the forfeiture order where they inside those documents, where I still publish on my article, the forfeiture order states the thing very clearly. Say this $460,000 now the proceeds of narcotics trafficking. Maybe say now the money we then make from selling drug. So now the proceeds of narcotics trafficking where in forfeit. So the government be this. And then they release the balance to them. So for the past 30 plus years, this man done the hide this thing. The story, it raised in head briefly for 1999. Gani Fawemi dey fight him that time, but as in apparently he go beg Gani Fawemi that time. Gani dropped the case. I don't know why he dropped the case, but Gani dropped the case. He doing 2 terms, 1999 to 2007. Now, from that 2007 to this 2023, he no get any public office. So even though a few times, a few people don't try to resurrect the story, don't try to report them. Sahara reporters try report them 2008, it no really catch. I think Eagle newspaper don't try report them. I think that kind of 2018 period, it no really. And the thing is, even the stories where they report, the stories no really go into depth. You understand? Because if you report this kind of story, no for report them like say person shoots dog. You understand? A big story. So now it gets some kind
make it be like Waka Pass.
Exactly. You know if you do Waka Pass, but now Waka Pass then, right? So the thing no really enter. People don't just mind it at all. Another foreign platform we call the Daily Beast. Try cover them again in 2017. Again, the thing no catch. So when I can't use my eyes, see these documents last year, say this thing no be just gist to say not true, because I did look the documents in my 2 kuro eyes, say this thing actually, and this person we won't run for president. Now, this man indicted drug trafficker. So I can't decide, say, okay, I could do this story, but I know we'll just do them in a way where we say people go fit deny them, or then go fit say I did lie, or that kind of thing. Say I go put my full effort inside this thing. So that story, if you read that, a very long story, it reached like 6,000 words. A very, very long story. And every time where I talk within the inside that document, you go see, I go come out screenshots from the documents, go paste them under. So nobody saying that David Hundeyin talk anything, now the documents be this, now be that. So now how I do that whole story. I published them July 13 last year. A lot of people read the story. It reached maybe like 800,000 people who read the story the first month. But even then, Nigerian media platforms, then newspaper, TV station, everybody just do like say they no see. And if you're familiar with how Tinubu they using money for Lagos, especially, you can understand. Say a lot of these media platforms say in get them for retainer, in they pay them money on a monthly basis, and the purpose where we say in the use pay them that money. We say if they want to report any story we mention in name, media team go first vet that story. So then they unlook the story. Then they act like say this story. No, they no attack the story, because as they read and finish, they see say nothing they to attack. See the story they.
So David, let me. This petition will be say it will be filed for court. Say the INEC president-elect get a drug case. What you they confirm be saying are true, Abi?
Not true.
Investigation, and you get documents where we say it should say true. That very petition where file, that thing where they inside there of case of drugs saying are true, and you get the documents, Abi?
Not true, and nobody only just may get the documents. In fact, if you go the courthouse for that Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division, if you go that courthouse, pay their filing fee, I think now $30 you go pay. They go give you the hard copy. So literally anybody feel what kind of that courthouse, you pay the filing fee, $30, and wait 10 minutes. They go give you the full 70 pages hard copy of the thing, or they give you soft copy if you like. So the thing we say, when this thing happened, now 1993, this case conclude. Internet no day that time. So something will happen for Chicago, you no go here for Nigeria, because that time, all the newspapers were there for Nigeria, the military, they censor them. The TV stations, now government get them. The radio stations, now government get them. So that time, you no go just know anything. If the people wey get these platforms, no one make you know. You no go just hear. But the difference now, you see, because internet don't day, and that information don't they easy to share now in a way, say, we be say for that 1993, they easy to share that period. People fit know these things now. So in fact, since I published the story last year, it gets several people. We don't actually go that courthouse. We don't pay the filing fee. We don't collect. And in fact, even if you go the court websites, pay that filing fee, and then go send soft copy to your email. You go collect them. You go collect PDF copy. So the only reason we say people know sabi this thing before I publish the story, because that's that time where the case happened in 1993, internet no day. So the flow of information, they very restricted one kind. But from that kind 2011, where we say Nigerians don't get easy, high speed, relatively cheap internet access. Information don't they easier to access now. And all that this story needed was that may somebody put effort inside the story, write time correctly, cover the story fully. And now I dedicate myself that last year, say I go do this thing. And since I published the story, plenty people don't collect that document. And in fact, even in the story itself, I even include link in the story where we say, if you even go download the document directly, because I upload them to my Scribd account. So if you read the story, you go just be like, say, now waiting this person talk on the document where this person bring. If you download the document yourself, read them.
Okay. Yes. I see that very constitution where we first refer to now, it talks a person where we say don't get criminal case, not supposed contest for this election. And you don't talk this thing since last year.
Yes.
INEC now, APC people they know, but still then carry Bola Tinubu put their candidate where they know say this way they talk now, not true. Because to get the document, many people talk say you fit even go to that very court website myself, go download the document. So no be saying I think what we say it is hidden. But the thing what we want to look at now be say as per se. You get one person where he file matter for court for Nigeria, on they challenge this thing. Now last year I hear say they file that very matter, but it be like say now the person will be say either a contest with them, or person will be say then drag the election. Now him be the only person will be challenged, because it be like say that court for Abuja no listing to that very matter. What do you feel talk about that one? Because people they look say, this matter don't go court before now, and they'll be the carry and they go court again. So the talk just they go either this thing. So me, I think they look at like say, Obi 90% will say a contest with her, 90% where they injured for that thing where don't happen before with the non-loop. So how you take Siam?
Okay, so waiting the law talk for this matter be say the only person where if go challenge eligibility of candidates may run for election. The only person where if go court say this person no they qualified to stand for election. Now either person where they contest that election within that person party, the primary election, or a person from another party where they contest the main election with them. So for this case, if say maybe Rotimi Amechi we contest APC election with them, if he go court, or Peter Obi or Atiku Abubakar or Yelesho Ore or Rabiu Kwankwaso, if he also go court now, go challenge this eligibility of this APC candidate, say this person no they qualified to run for office. The way they write that law, they say INEC no really get any power. And it as I understand, because I spoke to a lawyer last year. He get one of my friends will be constitutional lawyer. So I talked to him and he confirmed to me, say INEC no get any power. The way they write that Electoral Amendment Act 2022, they write them in a way where we say INEC be like toothless bulldog. INEC no get power to, if you submit fake document to INEC no get power to verify what you submit to them. So then go just collect your documents with sworn affidavits, where you go basically just swear, say, waiting I talk not true. INEC no get power to verify. And even if person go meet INEC, show them evidence, say, waiting you submit, be fake. INEC no get power to disqualify you. Now only the court get the power. So now where Peter will be done put this matter inside petition. Now the correct thing to do with that, because now only person will contest the election with this APC candidates, where if you take them to court. You and I no fit take them to court.
Okay, make we look am from side of APC, because I know say last time you and Festus Kayamo on a talk and well whether na for rise now on talk that thing. So that very thing, as from their own APC side, Festus Kayamo say that thing, say no be money laundering, no. So that there's something be say based on tax reduction, say then deduct tax or something. Say now $1 million, say they return to Tinubu. Can you, tell us within this whether now money laundering or na tax deduction na in the team be? Because then they talk say in a tax deduction for that account, because they know they deny and say the money where the government sees. They don't deny. They just talk say na money deduction and they do that. I hear where you and Festus Kiyamo they argue. Why you take see this one? How when they talk saying a deduction and they do for Tinubu account?
So first of all, and you get two major issues. So the first one is say, Festus Kiyamo, when they talk these things, in the expect or in the hope, say people no go read these documents, wait there for public domain. Because if you spend 5 minutes to read these documents, you're gonna say that nonsense in the talk, because they write them very clearly on top of this document, say proceeds of narcotics trafficking. Say this seizure is mandated under US Code USC 55, proceeds of sales of illegal substances, narcotics trafficking. They write them very clearly. Say that drug money then seize. They write them clearly for black and white. So like any confusion, no day. They write them very, very clear in very simple English. And then the second thing we say, for that same document, this IRS Special Investigative Agent, Kevin Moss, in talk say, as then they investigate Tinubu, as then they interview him that time, he admits say, the only job where he get that period, na be say, him be treasurer, him be accountant for Mobile Oil Nigeria Limited. Now, how much in they make as treasurer? In talk say in monthly salary, na $2,400 every month. And in for that talk say, he no get any other source of income for this world. Say na just that in day job he gets. So $2,400, if you multiply them by 12 months in a year, now him be say in total annual salary na $28,800. So may Festus Kiyamo can explain how person will use his own mouth in sworn statement talk say in only income na $28,800 a year. How that person can't owe $1 million for tax? May Festus Kiyamo answer that question.
But this one way you do like this, na bulldog way you just bring that to.
Before you chip in there, you get one important thing. You know, say some people they talk say all these allegations where they come in saying outside of Nigeria, then they call them saying outside jurisdiction. Say the thing no be say it happened for Nigeria. You understand? So and now we be say they don't make Tinubu. INEC don't make him president-elect. And these things will be say, then they talk for saying outside Nigeria now it take happen. This crime now, this alleged crime, say this involvement in crime is considered to be outside of this country. Waiting, you think say be the implication now, whether just tell us what you think. Are you will be say you sabi this thing and how the thing take be? Tell us how it go take be.
So one of the big problems with Nigerian law be say people with the write laws, they always write them in a very ambiguous way. What that mean be say they know they write 2 plus 2 is 4. They go write 2 plus 2 may be 4. So person fee go court, go argue, say the law no specifically talks say 2 plus 2 must definitely be 4. So in they go use technicality, argue on one kind. And the problem is that now the constitution no dey explicit, it no dey very explicit to explain whether if person commit crime outside Nigeria, the person go fit dey qualified to run for election in Nigeria. So far as say the crime no dey inside, commit the crime inside Nigeria. The constitution dey very ambiguous. So wetin that mean be say basically now the judge who can't interpret wetin dey that constitution, and based on the interpretation where that judge give, the judge fit talk say this law applies to any court anywhere in the world. So if you are convicted anywhere in the world, you cannot run for office in Nigeria. Or the judge fit talk say it only applies to Nigerian jurisdiction. So if so far as they no convict you inside Nigeria, you fit still run. So now the problem in Nigeria is that in the very ambiguous. Now the judge will give no interpretation.
Okay. This Chigozie, they raise a hand for John before we go enter studio again. We get Dr. Ethel, who follow us from UK, where one in the raise a hand since saying one chook mouth for the matter. Maybe one ask 1 or 2 questions quickly so that we can go. Dr. Ethel,
yeah,
are you there?
The question, yes, I'm here. The question where we say I want to ask, as David done the talk about jurisdiction and the way where we say our courts, they carry technicalities, they handle the meat of the matter, because sometimes would they see say maybe say person thief your meat and you can't report and then go say from backyard enter, I be from front door. If you know flow from front door, we no go consider them say different. But your meat wait there for your pot, they see them again. Okay, for that constitution, Nigerian constitution, section 37, 1G. You get what we say I see there. It say no, 1E. It say within a period of less than 10 years before the date of election to the office of president, he has been convicted and sentenced for an offense involving dishonesty or has been found guilty of the contravention of the code of conduct. Now, one of the media representative of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, I think, was talking that even this situation has a statute bar because it's now more than 10 years. So what is your, what will be your own take, your own thinking for this kind of situation now? Where we say this thing where they talk for 2023, it happened for 1993, where you see say time don't really pass. And secondly, if that be the case, say it's statute bad because 10 years don't pass, what now be say they don't agree say this thing not true, but say time don't pass. Have they accepted say not true, say it happened? Because be like saying 2 things here now. Just to make you respond to that.
So am I hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
We hear you. Carry go.
So again, it get that ambiguity we did for that constitution. So that clause where you just read, if you read the very next clause after it, that clause, I don't forget the exact wording, but the way they write that clause, the very next sentence after the one where you just read now, if you read that very next sentence, waiting there fits include crimes we don't commit 10 years, we past 10 years. So again, it depends on waiting the judge interprets. Depending on whether the judge we won't face the actual meat of the matter, on a judge way as you talk, go on say, she na left leg they use enter your house, I be a right leg. It depends. So now judge's interpretation. And then secondly, you said does this thing we then talk, she means say they don't accept, say this matter not true. Well, now what it mean by implication? Because if you don't do you no go use that kind of defense, right? If I accuse you, say you kill person, right, and then you can't talk say, well, even if I kill the person, it don't pass 10 years. Say that one makes sense. If you no kill the person, you no kill the person. So you no go use that one as your defense. Say, okay, even if I kill the person, I kill him for 1993. It don't pass 10 years. No, if you no kill him, you no kill him. It's very simple. So if then they use that as their defense, now they say they don't already accept, say, this their candidate actually do this thing, and then they in trouble. So then they look for legal loopholes and they look for technicalities where then go use escape. So, and this thing they very important to point out that this thing no be accusation, this thing no be allegation. This thing is something where the US court don't already conclude on top of the matter. Judgment don't already day. That document, that 70-page document, that judgment, everything don't already they concluded. So these people no fit deny, say in no do am. They no fit deny them. So they don't move from the point of the, because denial now no go work. So they don't move
David,
from denial now. Don't define technicalities. Yes.
David, there was, well, you get another document where we say I see for internet, where APC Campaign Council also publish, where we say a former Inspector General of Police, be like saying a 2003 or thereabout, say they don't go search for everywhere for FBI files, say no, nothing connect this name like for any kind of wahala, any kind of crime. Have you seen it, and what do you think?
So now this clever method of lying, we APC people they're very good at. So imagine say I accuse you, say you steal my car. My car na Honda Accord. I accuse you, say you steal my car. Person go come say a person go come go police station, go come tell police, say make them check, say have this person where I don't accuse, say he not steal my car, and police don't arrest him for stealing my car. Say police don't arrest this person for stealing Mercedes Benz before. My car na Honda Accord. Person will come ask police, say this person don't steal Mercedes Benz before. Police go come search, go come back, show the person paper, say no, this person name no they connected to anything we concern stealing Mercedes Benz. Person will come show me, say, hey, this person no steal Mercedes Benz. Now him be say he no steal your car. Now what the APC don't do with this? That judgment, that indictment, right? Now indictment and will lead to forfeiture, right? They no carry out criminal prosecution because Tinubu no day for America that time. They no fee hold that. So they come meet Inspector General of Police, come go meet FBI, say make them check records of conviction. He no include indictment too. He just say conviction because he know say if they add indictment, Tinubu's name go there for sure. So he can say conviction. Make them search for conviction. They can't search. They no find. They can't show on paper say Tinubu name no there for inside our database for conviction. They can't they use that one as evidence. Say Tinubu no do anything. Now the Jedi mind trick where then they use deceive people with that.
Okay, my last question. I go rest. This mathematics of
now your final one, no, because time
yes,
they go.
This mathematics of Bola A Tinubu female and Bola A Tinubu is equal to male. How it take happen, please? Can you explain? They confuse me.
Okay, so and I guess this one is the second part of the story because this one is a story where I published for November last year. So as he submitting the INEC EC9 declaration form, first of all, INEC no agree put release that form to the public, even though according to the law they're supposed to put them for public record. So we get one lawyer for Abuja, we name na Mike Enahuru. So in go carry INEC to court, in can win for August. So they can't release the EC9 to him. I'm waiting there inside that EC9. Now several claims waiting Tinubu don't make claims of education, claims about work history. So waiting this man do be say income meets a law firm with the Chicago. The name of the law firm Leahy, Eisenberg and Frankel. You can tell that law firm, say, may they investigate whether all these claims where this man don't make for this INEC EC9 form, say whether them be true. So this law firm can send out documents where they call subpoena. Subpoena na legal documents where we say a lawyer go meet courts go issue the document on behalf of that lawyer. And the person where then give that subpoena to, the person where the subpoena they addressed to, that person they compelled by law to release all the information we then get on top of the matter where they inside the subpoena. So the subject of that subpoena na Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So this Leahy, Eisenberg and Frankel law firm for Chicago, they can send subpoena to this Chicago State University where Tinubu claim, say he attend. So Chicago State University can respond to the subpoena with all the records we then get for the person we then get for their records we name na Bola A Tinubu. So the admission records we then get for this person we name na Bola A Tinubu, it show clearly say the sex of this person. They write them very clearly. I know the biro there is write them now print out, right? The sex na F, female, right? Meanwhile, the person where we know, where name na Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, we know say this person a man, no be transgender, na man. Then born him as man, he still be man. He has never been a woman before. So what explains that? The other thing we say, as they also submit a reprint of the original certificate with the issue for 1979 for the person where name na Bola A Tinubu. So by the time we now compare that certificate we then give us with the certificate where this man submit to INEC. Sorry? Sorry, you were saying something. Hello?
Thank you. The matter where you talk so big. But me, myself, you get one part where when I want to know, when they confuse me somehow. And I believe say you go fit tell me. You see this drug allegation who everybody don't see. We don't see say this thing, they against Tinubu. Now, my question now be say, if they can't find and say Tinubu they guilty, after everything, because we don't see say now the allegation don't they against Tinubu. We see all of us who they wait for now, they wait for judiciary, may they talk their matter put. But if last say they can't declare this thing, say yes, Tinubu they guilty, it go affect the political career, I be no go affect and what it go happen afterward.
Well, if then declare say this thing they acknowledge say this thing happened and they no use technicality, they no use wuru to dismiss the matter, the only outcome is say then go need disqualify them from the election. Now waiting Peter Obi petition they find with that they write down for the petition say they want me the court disqualify this person from the election and they want me the election say they want me INEC rerun the election. Say the process of the election and the person where they involved in the election say both are invalid. So the election they rig them, and in the first place the person will even contest for election under APC tickets. Say both him and even in VP candidates, two of them no they legally qualified to run for office. So in case of Tinubu, now because of the drugs case, and in fact say he don't commit perjury. And then for the case of Shetima, is because at the time where in they run for vice president under APC, he also be Borno North senatorial candidate in the same APC. So you know if they run for two offices at the same time under the Electoral Amendment Act. So either you be senatorial candidate or you be VP candidate, but you cannot be both. But the guy they maintain two tickets at the same time, which is illegal. Mm-hmm. So now waiting the petition they find that say maybe then throw out these two people from contesting, say they know they qualified, and then made them run the entire election again.
Yeah, David, thank you, better person. Yes, you don't talk many like this. People with the outside say, "Well, follow me talk." My mind they jollificate as they say they break all this thing. That I mean, I'm here for baby go Igbo, but many things I know that say you don't come today, you don't follow check my for. We can make me understand now. But I'm matter we say I won't bring doubt, make people feel even talk about. Now the matter of the media where we do see. These people they call media. People will say, when they listen to, when they talk with them. we don't even talk with them. Now, wetin they talk give us, now we dey listen to. Because this we say, media, no dey open again. Now, wetin they talk, now we say people, they look, they listen. People don't even get time to interact with the media. Media don't fit publish story. People come out and say, this story we say when I publish, they wrong or, follow. Because if I say they don't compromise the whole media, but we don't say it gets away to talk about media. We say they be the conscience for the society. Matter we want to talk about Nana, media go fit take the hold. Because some say you person say you be one person say you they hold these people for their brother. You don't hold them. So they say you make them they call accountability. You hold them for their brother. So anytime we say if they talk, you go fit talk the one we say not true, talk the one we say not lie. And I would say you don't do where will be that. But to your fellow media people, I know you can come and fellow media people, but the media way is because like this now you be senior man for that matter. And only way we know say whenever you do this research where talk. So now how these people will say when they look at us media, how you go feel say they feel the whole politicians for their brother too, may they feel they talk the truth and talk the one way be lie. How you feel say you go be?
Where they own media, the people where they run media, where they fund media, now the same people where they power. So one of the problems we say for Nigeria, so for UK for example, and for US, it get laws where we say if you they involved in active electoral politics, say you they run for office, that kind of thing, they allowed to own major news platform by yourself. Say like for Nigeria, where we say person where they run for president, in the own TVC, own Radio Continental, own the Nation newspaper, if you do that kind of thing for advanced countries, right? Then they call them separation of power, and you get why then get those kind of laws. But for Nigeria, those kind of laws not really there. Those kind of regulations don't really there. So the people wait there for this same politics, the people where they run for office, now then they run the media, now then they control the media. And then the media itself, because what I want to talk now, some people go feel say na controversial talk, but not true talk regardless.
Make you talk.
For Nigeria, even though we feel say we get big population, a big economy, big this, big that, it should be say the Nigerian economy no really fit sustain all the many media platforms where we get, the big media platforms where we get. So waiting that they use survive now political money, now political patronage. And this thing where they talk, I know I'm firsthand because I don't work for this same media, mainstream media landscape myself. I don't work for Channel TV. I don't see how these things they, right? These media houses, no be advert revenue, then they use survive. Because how much then they even collect from all these adverts? How many people they bring adverts come? The truth be say, now politicians, where they give them 5 billion, 10 million, 20 million here. Now we say they use survive with that. Now the reality with where I talk now. So a lot of the time, nobody even say politician go send police or DSS when they point gun for your face, like the way Abacha them they do. They don't do that one anymore. They don't need to do that one anymore. You yourself, when you say you be journalist, you be editor. Now you go they censor yourself because now you sabi which side of your bread they butter down, who they butter them. Now you know. So now you go they censor yourself. Now you go they hide the truth. Now you know go fit talk true because now you go fear say if you mistakenly publish this thing, your money don't dry up for the year with this. So now how it did, and don't be just politicians, they take advantage of this thing. Even private businesses, they do them too. I mean, I don't go mention their names for your show, but you get businesses for Nigeria where they don't pay all the media. So no matter which kind bad service then they render, bad customer service, then the old staff their salaries, their motto, they kill person for road, all sorts of, but you know go ever hear them for news. You don't go see them on top TV, you don't go see them in newspaper. Because all those news platforms, they on top their payroll. So before you go mention their brand name, editor go first need to call communications departments and first clear the story with them. Say, oh, boss, say I feel publish the story. And then the boss go say, no, don't publish the story. They don't go publish them. Now, how media they run for Nigeria be that? So the reason why we say I feel do this kind of work where they do, we say, my platform na independent platform, na self-publishing platform, na Substack newsletter. The people where they fund my platform, na the readers themselves, na the people themselves. So as you read my work, you go see button where you say subscribe, pay for subscription. You go, if you want to pay naira, if you pay like 1,000 naira, that kind of thing. Now how they fund my work with that? Because if I look for like maybe all these big companies, maybe they can advertise, then they already hold me with that. They don't already hold me. Because even the people where they for the board, the shareholders for these big companies, who they be, that's still the same people. So the minute you allow any of whether a politician or a business interest, the minute you allow them, make them come gain stake for your media platform, then don't hold your mouth with that. You don't get handcuffed.
David, make me say for your mouth now, because you don't almost the talk enter the next question where I won't ask you. But make I just answer, make you for the flow they go like that. We know say corruption don't follow the chop enter our system where it can't be like say as we they wake up for morning, as we they drink tea, we they use corruption, they take chop and as bread. Corruption don't do the system where we're now. And many people will even be say they try voice out for the matter. Their mouth, they silence the mouth. So I would make you just follow just chook mouth for inside. Make you if you tell us how people will say how they go fit they investigate and maybe they torchlight inside corruption matter where how what be the thing if you put in place? When we feel the torchlight inside corruption matter where because some of these documents now where you call like the one we say they go for court for Illinois. That document they say they bring their way Agbado Master. They use all Agbado Master for US. All those kind of things. How we go fit they get all those kinds? How people go fit they investigate where for inside corruption matter for Obodo Nigeria?
For if not for outside Nigeria, these things they a bit simple, because if not for US, for example, you want to know whether your politician for Nigeria don't get criminal case for US, if you go websites like plainsite.org, plainsite na NGO website where we say you can get the full records of all criminal cases, all federal criminal cases for America. So if you go plainsite.org and you go type the person's surname, you go see the case come up. So if like now and they get something like that for UK, for Europe as well. Now within Nigeria, it is a bit more complicated because we know really they keep records like that for Nigeria. We know they even keep records for Nigeria itself. So waiting they very useful to me as journalist for Nigeria be this thing where they call whistleblowers. Now whistleblower be person where you day for inside place where this corruption they happen, whether not government, whether not private organization, they see them and you get access to evidence, you get access to paperwork, to receipts, we go prove this thing. So even if you by yourself, no fee come out, go use your chest, talk and say this thing they happen, because obviously they fear for your life or you fear for your job. If it is possible, you feel pass that receipt, that evidence, you feel look for independent journalists. So you get people like me, you get people like Fisai Oshoyombo, where they run FIJ. You get people like Samuel Gundeka, where they run People's Gazette. You get a few like that, where they still try to be independent. So if you reach out to them or their platforms, go hand this document across and go protect your identity so people don't go fit trace them to you. So in my case, for example, people don't give me secret recordings where we say, when I release the recording, before I release them, I can't use software, change the voice. So person no fit listen to the recording, go trace the voice. You get those kind of things, those kind of tricks where they use. But the thing we say, I don't release them, people, the message don't come out. So now how will they use fight these things for Nigeria better? And the major difference between the way person they fight corruption inside Nigeria and outside Nigeria, we say when you do them inside Nigeria, you guys use some kind agbero tactics, right? You know, if you be gentleman, you know, if you polite, if they fight these people for Nigeria, because these people not be polite people, these people not be gentleman. So you go see someone like me, for example, you go see how I they fight for Twitter. People they complain, you are so rude, they swear, they use bad words, they cause person papa, you too they insult people. But the truth is the people where they fight against. I mean, see Tinubu spokesperson come out yesterday. Say anybody where they talk about this drug matter, say all of us be sons of bitches. Official spokesperson, go Twitter, go talk that thing. 65-year-old man. Say anybody will talk about this matter, say your mama na bitch. Say your mama na olosho. Now Tinubu official spokesperson with that. So when they fight these kind of people, you know, feel the gentleman now.
Wait, David, please, my people, you get waiting part of my question will never finish. You've been the enter to talk about two kinds of certificates, because for the document where we say a Nahoro published online, the court case, you get two certificates where they're there. I don't know as it take happen to the same university, different certificates. And then you the talk say admission na female. Are you saying that the admission information that Chicago State University has indicates that they admitted a female, but the person when they carry bachelor's degree certificate now, na male? You fit clear all this in because
so the person where they admit for Chicago State University, according to the records where they submit, that person a woman, that person a female, and according to the graduation obviously the gender no dey certificates, right? So if you assume say the person will graduate say na still female, because obviously like you know if you change your gender in the middle of degree, like they know if you admit you as female and then after man will come take your place and then they no go ask question. So and it also did very important to notice say the records which Chicago State University get, the name not be Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the name na Bola A Tinubu. Right, so the person where they call himself Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no be the same person we get that admission to Chicago State University. No be the person where Chicago State University issued that degree to in 1979. So the degree certificate where you submit to INEC now a completely different document from the degree certificate where Chicago State University give us in response to that subpoena. Completely different. The dates on the certificate different. The names of the people who sign for the certificate different. The position of the signature different. The font different. The logo of the university different. Even the one where you submit INEC, grammatical error they inside the wording of the certificate. And then waiting blow my mind past. If you just do small internet research, you don't even call them investigation. Just Google search. Just search as you did now. If you get your computer in front of you, just search fake Chicago State University certificate. One of the very first results you go see na websites we then call diplomamakers.com. That's diploma-makers.com. If you go there and you scroll down, you go see templates for many fake university degree certificates. Scroll down and you go see template for Chicago State University. And that's Chicago State University template where you go see there. Now the exact thing where Tinubu submit to INEC with that. It's just that way for the template, then write insert name here. On the one way you submit INEC, you will see Bola A Tinubu. But at the same thing, at the same logo, the same grammatical errors, at the same fonts, the same everything. So basically, Tinubu or person where they work for them, go pay this diplomamakers.com, made them make fake Chicago State University certificates, and now waiting is submit to INEC with that, because now completely different documents from document which Chicago State University sent to us, completely different documents. And so for that article where I published for November, I actually I do side-by-side comparison where we say you will see all the differences where they between the documents. It will be the same thing.
Nine there for screen now, Abi?
Yes.
Okay, this one Chicago State University. Now the certificate. See the second certificate.
So this one are the original certificates where Chicago State University sent to us. The one where the other one where they the screen before. Now the one where Tinubu submit INEC. So you go see say there are two completely different documents, but there's not be the same.
Very different. Look the logo of Chicago State University put for down.
It's different.
It be like triangle with a difference.
My people, now they see this thing where my eye they see. Now I they see more because when they talk all this thing, I talk say me they come carry their mouth, come talk them. Because when everything where some people they talk, then go just they talk. But they know they go deep inside. I hope say P2B get this very saying legal thing get more because the certificate as they say I'm not true. This man they tell us so. David, you don't try because I like people when they say then they talk the truth as it take be. Yes, now allegation until proved otherwise, but the evidence where you they bring out. If they sweet, even the reader, then their comments here, they should say that they happy with waiting you they bring come. Now, if we get Madam Dr. Chioma from US, I don't know whether she don't unmute, you say ask you one question or so. But before we go, as P2B don't fight this matter go, share hope they. Because this program where we did now Hope Alive, she hope they say if they investigate this thing well, say our judiciary will be saying and be the hope of the common man. Say them go do the right thing.
Before he answer this question, before we even start to talk about our judiciary, I hope I want you to touchlight this matter of CJN, where we say he fly around, where for Siam, where we say he for airports. They for wheelchair for the airport, everybody see him. The next day they can't release video say he no go anywhere. APC they lie say no go anywhere. Some people can't change math. I say we don't catch them. Change math say a medical trip. All those things we talk about. Just put one for the matter. You know what they talk.
So People's Gazette reported the story first, and the source we didn't get now source where they inside the camp of the CJN. So no be saying that gist, na person way they inside CJN camp. So the source tell them, say, this guy go London. Say, in plan to meet Tinubu for London. And now this petition where they want to discuss. So to avoid suspicion, this guy don't travel ahead. He don't travel since March 13. So that when Tinubu now later travel, people no go suspect anything. And then Tinubu, he no travel directly go London, he travel go France. Right, and then from there, he find a way go London one kind. So if you track in private jet, you could see say private jet land for Bordeaux, for France. But if you don't use another executive hire jet, where you know we even know land for that London. So you could just see say in jet day for France, but in already did London to meet with CJN. So as CJN day London, now in person where they for the in camp, where Sabi waiting in one discuss with Tinubu, don't contact People's Gazette, say. Now waiting the shell so and this guy they compromised. This guy won't meet with Tinubu. So People's Gazette reports that story because the next morning I spoke to Samuel, the publisher of People's Gazette. He tell me say then first reach out to the protocol officer of CJN because they don't get this gist since I think that 20. Was it? I think that 21st. I've been at 20th. No, sorry. Not what day was last week. Then published the story. 3 days before them published the story. Now in the first hear this matter. Then don't they reach out to the protocol officer of this CJN for 3 days? The man no answered them. Now that afternoon, when they finally send the man message, say, "Okay, we are publishing this story." Now in CJN run enter plane, call land for Nigeria that night. You know, say the flight now just 6 hours from London to Abuja. As in come land, the next day, in come snap, the Friday, next day, which last Friday, in come snap picture for National Mosque, say, in come do like, say, in don't day Nigeria before. And then some news platforms like channels, they can't report them, say, as people don't speculate, say CJ and day London, see, in day Abuja. But the problem is say in media people don't already go brief Premium Times and some other news platforms say actually he actually go London but say na medical trip and na lie no be 13th in travel say in just travel on the 18th or something, say in just travel, and then as he come back, so person go travel for health reasons, and as he come back that night, say 8 p.m. that night, in resume for an office. I know for which part of the world that one they happen. Say person they travel for health checkup, and as in land, that's say he land 6 p.m. say 8 p.m. in resume for an office. I don't know where that one they happen. I don't know which working they do, but now isn't a talk with that. So they don't already shoot themselves for leg. They don't already admit with their own mouth, say actually this guy don't go. No, because they first try denial. And then this same protocol officer will be say he no answer people's gazette for 3 days. Now in come, they brief Premium Times, they brief channels, they brief everybody that Friday. Say a medical trip, can you come? But when they ask him since, then they tell him since, say they won't publish story, the man know the answer, then the man they blank them. So this CJN, they should be say in they compromised, like in they compromised. But the thing they say, as they publish the story, as the man run and go Nigeria, it shows say these people still fear exposure. They still fear, say, make person know, like if
David, use this talk where you talk now, take relate to the question we
exactly
concerning our confidence.
Now where they go with that. So if person they do bad thing and the person know they fear, now that time you suppose they worried. Now that time your mind suppose get problem. Because if person they do and in they do like Buhari where be say, I'm go looking for your eyes, say yes and so what. Now that kind of time you suppose they worried. But if in they do wrong, when they do like rats, as you catch them, as you publish story, in run, in try deny them, in call you fake news, that kind of thing. Now in they say the key to winning this case, now coverage, now exposure, now scrutiny. Say if you continue to touchlight these people, now the thing we're supposed to happen will happen because then they fear. So the minute you stop to the touchlight them, now that time then go they do like rats, then go to find their way, then go do their technicality judgment. But if they spotlight them, if they give them close marking, and now part of why they insist, say those court proceedings for the petition hearing, say may then show them for TV, may everybody they watch them, may global press they watch them. So the idea be say may everybody, both in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, across Africa, around the world, may everybody they give these people close marking. So that the only option then go get now to actually hear the matter and deliver actual judgment. Not be all this judgment of your right leg no get shoe, your left leg the sock don't tear, all those kind of useless technicality then they do. So now close marking be the secret to this thing. So yes, hope they. But that hope they dependent on the amount of attention where we go fix on top of these people.
And I think when I 1 year, hope they. But the last slide before we go, because our time don't they give us signal make we carry our car, they come up for studio. But I know say I don't travel, go abroad, and I don't come back, and I don't travel many times. One thing where they for people who say then go school for abroad, then they get what they call yearbook where we say every school where they prominent like this Chicago University go get yearbook where we say at least you go show say this person there for that yearbook. I don't know whether on an investigation enter go check whether that yearbook there for that year, so that we will know whether na male that post for the picture I've been a female, and I don't know whether on an investigation bring that one out.
So as we search for that yearbook, that class of 1979, the very funny thing is you go see yearbook for 77, 78, 80, 81, 82, 83. But not only that 1979, you know, go see. Only that one. So waiting, I mean, I know if it proven, but waiting I suspect, we say, this man don't use leg. He don't go, maybe he don't find person wait there for the records department for that Chicago State University. May they remove the records we then get. of that 1979 yearbook, because not only that yearbook you know go find on public record, you go find all the other ones, but that not only that class of 1979 you know go find them. Nobody knows why.
Okay, thank you so much, David Hundeyin. You don't already make us very, very proud, because for this very show, Hope Alive, we dey come out every morning from Monday to Friday to dey tell people say Hope Day. Say this Monday to be say INEC carry give Bola Tinubu. God go help the obedience and the people of Nigeria in general, say them go recover them. But we need to do it in a peaceful process. We need to allow the process to take its course. So that's why every day we want touchlight how INEC do their wuru-wuru. We want to touchlight how these politicians, they do their thing, we say it bad, and they no want really make we get positive change for Nigeria. So we thank you as you come now, come explain these things well, as your investigation don't show. And for what you talk, no, if to say then they give you money like then they give other people as journalists, you for no come explain this thing or open them as it take be. But you, now small money people be say, then they take, contribute, or they buy your books or your show. Now from there, you they take, make ends meet. So our people will be saying, then they listen to us, our people. They didn't then if I go for in Facebook and I go see or make you take your mouth, tell them how they go take reach you, so that you go know how they contribute. Make you for do the good work where they continue to they do. Make you take your mouth, tell them, I beg.
Okay, so if you go to my website, that's westafricaweekly.substack.com, you see the button to subscribe. So you can buy a subscription, basically. That's the easiest way to do it. You can buy a subscription. There are different options. There's the monthly option, there's the annual option, there's the lifetime option. Depends on which one your pocket can carry. And you can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. So go to westafricaweekly.substack.com, buy a subscription. You can also go to West Africa Weekly's YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called West Africa Weekly. And you can watch the videos there, because every time people watch the documentaries, because I make documentaries out of my stories, every time people watch the documentaries, I also make a little bit of revenue as well. So that also helps.
Okay, thank you so much, David. You don't come today talk better. And I don't say we no regrets at all. One bit say we carry you come today, because all the matter we say that they carry for Igbo, they carry big. Now you come, you cool down. You don't even look at time they pass. You calm down. They do them small. They cut them for us like 11 where they cut meat, cut them well. And we say thank you for everything we say. You don't give us. You use mine today. After everything, put down for all this for us. If you don't talk to Nigerians, so they say they don't turn that gidigba. They watch them. Even if you live in Nigeria, but say you love our country, follow us. They watch this matter where we come talk every day. We don't talk rich. We don't talk rich and say, oh, today we can't even look enter inside the petition. Come tell you now, say, Hope Day. Our case will be court now. It gets substance. The petition where we say we don't carry go court is standard gidigba. The two leg know they shake. You know they shake like person hand. But as I don't talk my own, they say I don't talk about that. So make all of us put hand for the matter. Make all of us, make body just they calm down. And we say they talk and say, make this body no go turn to pepper body. Yes, we dey wait make us do the right thing. But we dey wait, we go to talk. Make we look go to keep mouth say as you don't enter come on. We go continue to talk. As if we tell us say the more we say we dey put eye for the matter, they talk for the matter, they no bond them when they go carry the matter, go turn am to another thing. We will make sure say we be ready for them. And make also know say, I say when they dance for rain, make him know say cold dey kill. So we go talk like that. I no go further explain that one, but make INEC chairman take use in church mind know what I mean. So maybe himself pass mic to Joy. Make Joy self take mouth to wrap the show like shawarma.
Yes, so I don't hear from Kamsio. Say even as Peter Obi as they run court matter, we dey give our own judgment. And at the same beg, we dey beg all of us say, we will not leave our principal alone. Now our mandate not be only in get the mandate. Say as they court, they push, they go, we go there back, they push, they follow them. All the mago koni what those people do, we go come outside, they bring all of them. And meanwhile, I want to thank all of them where they support us, so they give us na support. Now they look us say these people now they try, not be small work now they do this work now they do, not be my mind, not be beans work. When they give us support daily, when they give us support, I say thank you. And for those people when they subscribe to our channel, we be like say they just see us online like this, or just stand there, they watch. Now God go bless you now. Anything we concern, now no go spread. But for people we never subscribe, when they watch us, so now they like what they do for you, but now never subscribe. When not forget say we dey YouTube at Obidati Family TV, Twitter and Facebook at Obidati Family TV, and we dey beg una say make una subscribe, because now on top this program we go give una legit matter when it concern Peter Obi, Tinubu and all the mago wey they do. We don't dey bring and come out for now. But for today we go tell una bye bye, and we'll see una tomorrow exactly 11 a.m.
Make una share the video, make plenty people see am. I beg, obedience, share widely, make everybody hear how it take be. Una thank you, una bye.